I want to start working towards stone houses because I think stone houses are going to be good for us. Obviously, we have enough firewood at the moment to keep everybody nice and toasty and warm as we go through autumn and winter. But if we have stone houses, I think we'll be consuming less firewood. And therefore, that's a good thing because I've been reading online and in the comments on these videos that firewood is actually a really good currency at the trading post. So if we can have more of that, then it means that we can get more things. We can get all the different types of seeds. We can get all the different types of animals. And that's what I want to do. Now, to do all of that, we're going to need more people. We are going to need more tools. We are going to need a lot more stone. We're just going to need more of everything. So today is going to be a case of laying the foundation for a population explosion. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and try and keep the game running. I don't usually pause during construction. I do usually pause during construction. I don't mean to, but I'm going to make a point of keeping the game running while I do everything that I want to do. Because I want my laborers to start moving all of the resources into the construction sites, and then we can assign some builders and get this ball rolling. So what I want to do is grow the population, right? So we're going to need more houses for that. So we'll do one right here. We'll do another one right here, and we'll do another one right here. And we'll get ourselves a little something just behind these guys as well, just so it's not just a row of houses. And I think that'll look okay. I can't get another one here, unfortunately. I can get one there though, which I don't mind doing. I don't know if that's the style of house I want to go for, but I do want to grow the population, and I do like the idea of using that space, but I think I'm going to hold off. And I think what I'll do is just bring myself a little path around here and around here, and that should be just fine. So we'll start getting the resources into these construction sites. We're already doing that, which is great news. And I want to come up this way and see if I can expand this space as well. We do have this little spot, and I'm wondering if I can get a house on it. And it looks like I totally can. So what style did we go for? We went for this one. Let's swap that out for this one again. I really like that as a little standalone house. So we'll get that right there. And speaking of the trading post, what have we got? We've got beef, we've got roots, we've got nothing I'm particularly interested in, so we'll get rid of that trader and not worry too much about him. So we'll get that house going right there as well. I would expand this way, but we have a forester up here, and we're already kind of encroaching on his territory, so we're not going to bother doing that. This guy, we could push that way a little bit. We absolutely could. I think I'm just going to avoid expanding that way for now, just for as long as I possibly can. Obviously, this space exists as well. I'm kind of wondering if I want to do something with this space, though. It's definitely a possibility to do something with this space. Let's have a little look at what houses might look good here. We have these ones. Honestly, I don't mind these, but I also like the idea that this space could be used for something else. I don't know. I think houses are what we're going to go for. Let's do a bunch of these guys. Even if we only get 2 of them in here, I think that'll look okay. And honestly, we could probably get rid of this stockpile and do another one. We're not using all of these stockpiles, so we'll take this one out, and we'll go ahead and get ourselves maybe another one of these guys right here on that corner is what we'll go for. And again, that's just going to be a little bit of a boost to the population, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. Now, speaking of getting rid of stockpiles, I'm tempted to get rid of this one because I've noticed that we have a lot of textiles. And if we head down to the town hall, we can actually see that we have a decent amount of wool. Now, the tailor that we have right now is using leather. We don't have any tailor that's using wool. So if I was to get rid of this stockpile, we could move all this wood and all this stone into the other stockpiles. We could put a tailor here and double the production of clothes, which would be kind of amazing. The tailor also fits really, really nicely in this space. We can still have a little stockpile at the back of it. In fact, what I might do is have it face this way and then use it as a bit of a block between this house, the farm, and the quarry. Either way, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take this out of here. We need to move all these resources, which can happen in due time. We actually have all of these houses ready to go, which is fantastic news, but we're still not ready to let them build yet because there's a few other points of order that we have to deal with before we do, such as the fact that the cemetery is full. So we're going to want more graves. And on that note, the chapel's also getting there as well. We have room for 33 more members in here, which we're probably going to hit that pretty quick as we start expanding the population here. So I'm going to build another chapel as well. And it's going to live right in here because I think it's going to look really good. So it's going to be right there. That's also going to be something that we have to build. We're going to have a lot of construction today. We're kind of changing the city skyline, if you will. So that's the goal here. We'll also go ahead and do this. So we have that nice little road leading up to the chapel. And I'm realizing I should probably start playing with stone roads. We do have some stone in storage. We have 200 and that's stone, 210 stone. We could look at replacing, and I think I'm going to look at replacing this main road through here. Even though I've just started putting some of it in here as a bit of a wider road, I think that's what we're going to do. It is going to be a decent amount of stone to do that. But honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. Just that road straight through, and maybe this road here as well could be swapped out to be stone. Just so people can walk around that little bit faster. And maybe I'll just do the entire space around the church, the chapel, the church, whatever you want to call it as well. We'll do that. We'll do up to there. And the rest of it's going to remain dirt because I really don't want it. Well, you know what? We're doing around the market as well. And we're going to do this road that goes up to that bridge. And the rest of it's going to be dirt. All right. Them's the rules. Oh, hold on a minute. We have nomads. How many do we have? 19. I mean, this would play into what I want to do. Oh man, how much food do we have? How are we doing in production? We did 23,000 food last year, consumed 18,000. You know what? I'm going to bring in the nomads is what I'm going to do. That gives us 37 children. We're up to 15 laborers. So we have room for 4 more students. And I guess on that note, I've got the game paused. I guess on that note, we should build another school as well. And I'm thinking I'm going to build it. You know what? I'm going to build it back here. I think it'll look pretty good back there. So that'll be a school for everyone living out here, which is perfect. That's exactly what we need. We have all these houses ready to construct as well, which is going to be a good thing. And you know what? I mentioned firewood being a resource for trading with. Let's also get ourselves another woodcutter. We have this space here. It's basically perfect for a second woodcutter. So that's where they're going to live. That's where they're going to work. And it's going to be fantastic. Now, I suppose on that note, we should bring the fuel limit up to 3,000. We have 700 and something logs. We're getting plenty of those. I haven't chopped down trees in a while, so I think my foresters are finally working the way I would want them to. And honestly, I'm only going to get more of them as we go along. I've actually been looking at this space here and realizing I could punch a road straight through here, have a little connection over to this forester, have a connection down here, have a connection out here, and we can have foresters this way. We can have foresters up here, foresters up here. Obviously, we're going to need houses and markets and all that good stuff, but there's a lot of space that we can expand into, and that's kind of my goal. I also want to point out that every now and then, these blacksmiths are actually hitting their limits on the number of tools that we can have. So as they do that, we're going to see the stockpile of iron start to increase as well. And keep in mind, a lot of the iron's not even in storage, so it's not being counted. We're in a pretty good place is what I'm getting at. Now let's go ahead and get this Tailor. Let's go ahead and get the stockpile back here again, since we were using it. The school is ready to construct. The Tailor should be ready to construct in no time at all as well. We are currently in need of 28 builders, which is not as many as I was expecting. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say that I want a road that goes to here. And I want to see if I can punch a tunnel straight through that mountain. I absolutely can. I want that tunnel going through there. And I think, is that the middle right there? It is. I want it to come over like this. I want this road to come down like so. Do they sort of connect together? They kind of do. So that's going to give us a little tunnel through there. This road here, we could... Can I bring it down here? I absolutely can. Can I get houses on that road? Is that even in range of a market? Sort of, actually. All right. Yeah, we're going to do some houses out here as well because we might as well. So what do I want to go for? What's going to look nice right here by the river? This is some prime real estate. What have I not... You know what? Honestly, that one, I think that's a pretty good one for next to a river. So we'll do 2 of them right next to each other. That'll give us another little population boost. It gives us a connection down here to this tunnel as well. I don't think anyone's going to use the tunnel. I'm going to say that. I really don't. Have I got it paused? I paused it again. I don't think anyone's going to use it. I also slowed the game right down. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to use it. Honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. I just want I want the resources down here. I want the tunnel just because I want the tunnel. And honestly, it does give us a nice connection around here towards the quarry. So that's totally fine by me as well. I'm actually really excited to see how all this goes. We have the chapel ready to build. We have these houses getting their resources. The tunnel is getting its resources as well. I feel like we've hit a really good stride here, and I'm worried that I'm going to ruin it because, you know, the population is, we added, what, 19 nomads to it, and there's been a lot of kids born since, but I'm sure we'll be fine. We're sitting on 15,000 food right now in late autumn. Production this year on food is 13, almost 14,000. If we can do another 23,000 food this year, I'll be really impressed. And let me point out, I haven't expanded beyond these farms right here. So I want to do that, by the way. I want to get more farms in here. I think that would be a really good thing to do because we have just expanded the population quite drastically and quite suddenly. So we probably do want to expand our food production. I just don't know that I don't know that I want to put all of my food production in one space. I don't know if that's worth doing or if it's worth sort of branching out and maybe doing a little bit of food production up here. We could do a bunch of farms out that way. We could punch a tunnel through this cliff and through this cliff and do things that way. I just don't know if it's something I want to do. I think for now, while we have this space, and I think I'm going to wait until it's spring so I can see the ground properly, but I think we will put more farms out here and we'll see how that goes. Now looking at food production this year, 21,000, consumed 17.5, almost 18,000. So yeah, production is still ridiculous on food right now, which is great. We're also at the limit of students right now, which is fantastic as well. And it looks like about everything is ready to be constructed. All of the resources have been moved to where they need to be. So let me just do one last little pass because I'm pretty sure we can get more houses in here. Oh, you know what I didn't build? Did I mark out another cemetery? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I think I forgot about it. We could do another one right here. So for example, we could go and say that I want to do a cemetery in this space. But what I'm noticing about this space, oh, it is actually a really good size cemetery. What size is this one? This is 9 by 19. This one would be 7 by 19. So what, maybe 35 graves in there? That would be really good. I could get houses along this though, is what I'm thinking. I don't love the idea of houses facing a cemetery. That would creep me out quite considerably. But I think I'm gonna, because if we do expand these farm fields out here, which I do want to do, we're gonna want farmers living relatively close by. So what kind of style do I want to go for on these houses? I'm kind of thinking these ones. Wait, that's the style I've gone for already. No, we'll go for a different style. These ones. I don't think I've used those ones all too much. So we'll go for a bunch of these guys. And this will just be good for the nearby farm fields. It means that the farmers, like I said, they're going to be living relatively close by. That's 5 more houses, which is perfect. Can I do a cemetery behind them? Is that an option? We can do a little one. Oh, we can actually do a decent sized one. 10 by 8. That's not bad. Again, I don't love the idea of people living next to it. It would creep me out, but they don't seem to mind. And if anything, the cemeteries make them happy. So that's what we'll go for. And I suppose once all of those resources have been put in place, we can take, we have 26 laborers. Oh my God. Okay. That's a lot. Here's what we're going to do. We have 10 stonecutters right now. Let's bring that up to 15. So we're maxing out that quarry. I've actually got 20 people working in the iron mine right now, so we're going to keep that going. My God, that's a lot of laborers. That is a lot of laborers. I'm going to get some of you working as farmers right away. I did say spring was when I was going to put these new fields in, and I seem to have forgotten to do that. So, oh, do I want to do these or do I want to do orchards? How many pecans do we usually have? That's my question. Let me have a look here. Production. I don't think I can break it down to see the specific foods, but I can look at my inventory. And pecans, we have 967. So they're not making up that much of our diet. But then again, we don't have as many. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have a lot of orchards and not that many. Yeah, you know what? We're going to stick with potatoes and squash for the time being. And what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do a big crop field right there. And I'm going to try and do a nice big crop field here as well. which it looks like I can totally do. So we'll do that. Can I get a nice, decently sized crop field here? No. Can I rotate these? Is that an option? So the what do you call it? The lines are going the other way. Is that an option? So if I started here, it goes horizontal. Okay. What about if I was to start in the other direction? Can I remove this? Is it going to let me remove this? There we go. What about if I started in this corner and went that way with it? Does that have them go? Nope. All right. Am I missing something? Can I don't, am I imagining things here? Hold on. What if I started here? No, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's not that important. So get rid of you. Let me just put this field in. I've got the game paused again while I'm doing this. We'll put that field here and that'll be fine. On this side, we can do this size and we can do this size. I don't know if that one's worth it though. I guess one farmer can work that field. We'll do 2 on this one. We'll do 2 on that one. And I suppose what we'll do, what is this? That's squash. So this is going to be squash. This one's going to be potatoes. This one's going to be potatoes. I don't think that one's worth it. I really don't. I don't think this field's worth it at all. Let's get rid of you. And then this one is hopefully just going to be 1 farmer. I don't think we need 2 farmers on that at all. So we'll see how that goes. And I guess we'll also, let me see. So that's, does this one need 2? I don't know if it does. I'm going to bring that down to 1 farmer as well. And then once this is cleared out, that's going to be 1 farmer. So we need up to 31 farmers right now, I think is what we'll do. So we'll go up to 31 farmers right there. That leaves us 19 laborers, which is still pretty good. You are going to be squash. So that means 32 farmers. That's what I was looking for. So again, that'll be good for food production. We already have excess. And just to double check, last year's production was 22.5. Consumption was 19.5. So we still have 3,000 excess food every year, which is beautiful. And I'm also noticing that some of these farmers are going to this barn still, which is weird. I'm almost tempted to put a barn in here so they just stop doing that. But, oh, this one's full. That's why they're going over there. All right. Hold on a minute. Let me get another storage barn. In fact, do I want to bulldoze that house and move it a little bit? I think I do. I know it's a bit silly and petty of me, but I'm going to bulldoze that house and move it. I don't know if we can do that without builders though, so we're going to hold off for a second. It does look like everything is about ready to build though. We have 17 laborers. Let's turn that into 7. Actually, you know what? Let's do 10 builders. We'll do 10 builders. We'll get everyone going around and doing everything. We're going to see houses popping up everywhere. We're going to see chapels and woodcutters. We're going to see a lot of things, man. We are about to see a lot of things. Is this place being torn down? It absolutely is. They're moving everything out of it right now, which is totally fine. Can I get a house right here? I absolutely can. So let's do exactly the same style of house right about there. And then hopefully we can get some builders up here to tear this thing down. That would be kind of ideal. I'm not sure where they are right now. Oh, they're working on these houses. Oh man, those are popping up quickly. We got a family in there. We got a family in there, and in there. Oh man, we're about to see an explosion. The population is genuinely about to explode. It's going to be a disaster. We've already got these places out here coming together. This one's already up and running. Got a couple of stone cutters in there. That's not bad though. That is by no means a bad thing. We've got, wow, this place is ready to be built already. Having a lot of laborers is nice. Let me tell you, having a lot of laborers is a really, really good thing. I'm really enjoying the fact that we have a lot of laborers because things are getting moved around super quickly. Also got this coming together, which this is just going to look cool. Having this chapel right in the middle of everything. We got the town hall here. You got your market. You got your boarding house, which is a bit, but whatever. You've got your chapel right next to it. And we just had a notification for a reserve of iron being low. Now that's usually a bad thing, but the reason it's a good thing this time is because it means that the reserve of iron at one point was above 100 and has now dipped down beneath it. So we had a lot of iron at one point. Chickens and sheep would be nice. We're going to get rid of you for now though, because I'm really not too interested. Our stockpile of firewood is at almost 2,500, which is great news. We have need for another cleric, which is great news. Need for another woodcutter, which is going to be great news. Oh man, I'm really excited about this. All of these new houses are together as well. We have need for another tailor. So we'll go ahead and get you. And we're going to say that you're using wool. we have need for another teacher. Now, the teacher I might actually hold off on, because my thinking is that we have a child there called Listerlin, right? Out of the corner of my eye, I thought that said Listerine, which I'm pretty sure is a brand of mouthwash, at least in the UK. I don't know if it is everywhere else, but I genuinely thought we had a child named Listerine that was just born. We also have Prude, which is probably worse. We have Ivana, we have Evan, which is possibly the first normal name I've seen. We have Alvador. That's amazing. Yeah, my my thinking is that we could theoretically hold off on getting another teacher for, I think, 2.5 years. It seems ridiculous to do, but if we did, all of these kids, I think, would be 10 years old, and I think that's when they become laborers. But I'm also pretty sure with the number of houses that we're building that we might actually be able to fill up 2 schoolhouses. So I'm willing to give it a shot, is what I'm willing to do. We also have these houses out here, which is fantastic news. The tunnel's done, which is pretty cool. Absolutely no one's using it, but it's there, which is neat. I'm gonna get rid of that road. That's what I'm gonna do. I am getting rid of that road, and I'm gonna force them to use that tunnel. That's the plan here. I don't know if it's actually gonna work, but I'm gonna try. Is what I'm gonna do. Oh man, this is good though. This is good. Oh my god, these are all done. That's done. This is getting ready to be built. Let's also get this extra storage barn out here, since that's gonna stop this thing. This thing's still full. That's ridiculous. I think the reason this might be full, I'm wondering if this is full because the only people consuming from it are these guys. I can't remember if vendors are actually going to come up here and grab the stuff from this barn. I actually have no idea if that's a thing. If it is, we might need more vendors for the markets, which again, with the amount of kids that we're going to have getting born here and the amount of students and all that stuff, we should be able to do. We also happen to have some stone roads coming through here already. They're already getting built, which is amazing news. Stone roads, by the way, let your people move faster. So this does have a benefit beyond looking just kind of cool. So I'm absolutely here for that. And I'm also suspecting that, oh man, this population growth could be a bad thing. I'm going to be honest. Let me have a little look here. Yeah. Food production last year was not as high as it had been in previous years. So that has me concerned, but I am wondering if that's because this thing was full, right? I'm wondering if that's because a lot of these farmers had to cross over to here rather than using this barn. So I'm willing to see what happens. I'm willing to see how things go. And also, can I just say, these houses don't look half bad. I've been avoiding them this entire time, but they actually look kind of cool. So I'm glad I built them. I'm actually quite glad I built them. Oh, we just had a lot of students. We're up to 29 students already. So this school is full. This one has 9 students. So yeah, I think my theory that I'd fill both of the schoolhouses was correct. Which again, that's a good thing. I'm glad that we're doing that. So absolutely no complaints. Anyone using the tunnel? No. They're all still walking cross country. What if I upgraded that road to stone as well? What if we said that this was going to be a stone road up to there and like a stone road over to here and like the entire way around? What if we made this like a main road, right? This seems so unnecessary. This is a lot of stone that we're using to do this, but what if we try and encourage people to use that road? I don't know if that's going to work. I really don't, but we're going to try it is what we're going to do. It's also autumn. We have a harvest going ahead. This thing is not built yet, but we also don't have need for 10 builders. Let's bring that down to 4. So if we can get this built, let me have a little look here. Is this full? It is. So yeah, all of these farmers are having to cross over this barn because this one was full. They are now starting to use this one though, so they should be a bit quicker, which is what we're looking for. We also have a trader with wheat seeds, corn seeds, and apple seeds. Ooh. How much is firewood worth? If I put 1 firewood in here, what is it worth? Firewood is worth 4. I can see why people were keen for me to do this. Interesting. I would like to start. So we need 2,500 for different seeds. What are you trading right now? Corn and apples. I want the corn more than I want the apples. So 2,500 divided by 4. Is that... It's not 750, because 750 by 4 would be 3,000, because 750 and 750 is 1,500. I guess I'll just do 750 anyway, just because we might as well. It's not going to consume that much firewood. And then, so if I was to do 750 of this, I'm going to get 125. Regardless, if I did like 750 of this, that should keep us pretty good. Firewood's also going to be really close to the trader. So this is going to be a relatively quick transaction, which is beautiful. We should be able to keep this thing, you know, nicely stocked. So 460 is worth that. We want 1 corn seed. And we need, so if I go to 570, that brings us to 2,280. So what about 600? What does 600 give us? Let's trade an additional 100. So 625, I think is the number I'm looking for. Yeah, so 625 is the exact number we need. That's fine. Let's trade for the corn seeds. And it's early winter right now. So what we can actually do is head over here and change some things up. So let's change out this row of potatoes for corn. And that'll start varying up the diet a little bit. And it'll be interesting. I don't know what the yield on corn necessarily looks like. So I'm kind of excited to change this out a little bit. We also have 0 need for builders right now, which is terrifying considering we just built. That means we built a lot is what that means. And I guess, man, we don't even have a need for, my blacksmiths aren't even working anymore. We've managed to max that out as well. That's amazing is what that is. That is absolutely amazing. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get ourselves some stone houses. I'm going to start upgrading these guys. So you, and you are going to be upgraded. And I might upgrade these ones as well. I think I'm going to be, you know what? Yeah, let's go back up to, let's go up to 6, let's go to 5 builders. We'll upgrade those guys. I'm going to upgrade this one as well because I can. I don't know how many resources I necessarily need for all of this. It's 40 stone, 10 iron per. So we'll start with those 4 houses. We do get some stone back from these as well, actually. So I'm not, oh, you know what? I'm going to do these ones as well. I'm absolutely going to do these ones. It is going to tear the houses down. It is going to take a minute to do this, but I'm absolutely doing this. We are going to push some people into boarding houses for a little while, which is less than ideal, but I think this will be cool. I'm also slightly concerned at the number of people in boarding houses right now because I'm wondering if a lot of these were already in boarding houses, because that's a lot of people in boarding houses, man. We might actually happen to need more houses. We might legitimately need more houses. I'm a little concerned about that. I will say though, these stone streets actually look really cool. I really like this. I also love how it looks around the chapel. So that's kind of cool. I am just really worried that I've just pushed a lot of people into some already extremely busy boarding houses. That wouldn't be a good thing, but we are about to get our first stone house, which I'm really excited about. I don't know what style this one is. I don't know what style translates to what, because I can, oh, that's kind of, I don't know if I like that, but it's, I'm not changing it. I can go and look at the stone houses, right? I can see this one. I can see this one, this one, this one. I don't know what translates to what though. So yeah, some of these might not look the way I necessarily want them to, but it's fine. I also just saw this child born here who, oh, sorry, no, this person just became a laborer, then immediately a stonecutter. So it's Lestivan is an amazing name, but for some reason I saw it out of the corner of my eye again and thought Leviathan. And it's like, that's a metal name. That's like, that's a really metal kind of name right there. That's a good name, Leviathan. Was that nomads? Oh God. How many? 29? I don't know about that. Let me have a look at my production. So last year we actually, yeah. So now we don't have as much food. Nomads, I'm sorry, you can get lost. The last batch of nomads had a good time coming here. You guys, unfortunately, you need to go. We're not interested in bringing you in right now. If anything, do I want to do more fishing or do I want to expand up a little bit and do more farms? I'm actually thinking that what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, let's remove all of these resources up to about there. And I'm realizing that what I can potentially do here is a tunnel through this mountain right to about there. And I'm wondering, so if I bring this up this way and I bring you through to here, can I just extend a road right down? Because I could bring this road down and just fill this valley with farms. And then they have this storage barn here, which would be kind of great for them. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think we're going to clear this valley out. We can do a little tunnel through this space as well, because the path can't go over this hill. So let me try and line this up. So I would want it to go right about there. It's a lot of stone, but we'll do it anyway. So you can technically walk from this side through the two tunnels over to this forester. I don't know if there's any need to do that, but they can do it. So that's okay. The game is also running at 10 times speed. So they are just taking a while to build everything here, which is fair enough. But again, the goal in doing this is that these guys should technically need less firewood, right? So that's the whole point of the stone houses, is that in theory, they should be better, and therefore we should have more firewood, which means that trading is going to be more regularly possible. And you have pear and chestnut seeds. Oh boy. You know what? I kind of want those pear seeds. I'm going to be honest. We can just, do I want to put more orchards in though? I actually don't know that I do just yet. I don't know that I want to do that yet. I want my population to grow. I want my population of laborers to be considerably higher. I think, in saying that, this as a valley of orchards would be kind of cool. I might have screwed up there. I probably should have taken those pear seeds, but for now it's fine. We're not going to worry too much about it. What I'm interested in actually is, what does this place look like? Because this is that building with the, what do you call it? The awning that goes around the corner. I want to see what this looks like as a stone house. Oh, it's that one. That's not bad at all, actually. That still looks pretty good in that space. It looks pretty good next to the Tailor as well. Who actually lives here? Fisherman, woodcutter, student, and child. Not bad. All right, we can work with that. We still have these guys to be rebuilt, but this boarding house is empty, which is good news. This one's also relatively empty, so it turns out that kicking people out of their homes did fill the boarding houses a little bit, but they all seem to have kind of moved into houses again. So not super worried about that. Let's have a little look at food production again this year to see how we're doing. This year, 21, almost 22,000 this year. So if consumption this year is the same as last year, which it looks like this year it might be a bit higher, we're fluctuating, it seems, between about 20,000 and 23,000. And it looks like this year it's going to be a little bit closer. It looks like we're still going to be consuming a little bit more than we're producing. Maybe. These numbers are super close together. I think, yeah, consumption is now higher by a couple of hundred. But honestly, that's not too bad. We can work with that. It's by no means the end of the world. I've just noticed that this path there are some people now using this path, which is pretty cool. So that's fantastic news as well. I think what's holding us back really is the fact that we just don't have enough stone for these houses, which is ridiculous when you consider that this thing has 15 people working in it. But I guess I did order them to rebuild a lot of houses at once, so that's kind of to be expected. So this has, I think, confirmed my suspicions. Vendors will absolutely cross the map to go to storage barns to pick up food, which is exactly what I needed to know. This is a vendor. It's Millery, the vendor, bringing food to this market from all the way over here. So vendors are actually kind of important. They're actually kind of really important. So we have 3 of them right now. I'm going to go up to 9 vendors, which means that we're now going to have 3 vendors per market, which means the general distribution of items across the entire city, colony, whatever we want to call it, should be better. I also want to point out, this house looks amazing. I absolutely adore it. And I also want to point out, we're pretty much capped out on clothes right now. We're also pretty much capped out nearly on tools right now. And we've managed to fill up 2 schools, which is exactly what I wanted to do. So that's good. That's got us in a really good spot. We're also hovering consistently around 2,000 firewood, so we're not going low on that. Food production is still not ideal. This year is still looking pretty similar to how it was last year, but I have gone ahead and started putting some roads into this valley. I've also given an order to clear out some stone and some iron from this space up here, just so we can sort of expedite the process of building these tunnels. And I think once this tunnel's built right here, what I'm going to go ahead and do is start putting, again, I'm tempted to say just fields, but I think orchards out here would look kind of cool. I think it would be a bit different. And I think what I'm also going to do is go to here, and I'm thinking we're going to do some farm fields right here. I think we might as well use this space for some farm fields. We can go a little bit smaller in this one just to fill the space. In fact, can I just do this? How big can I go for a farm field right here? 6 by 15. Let's do 6 by 14. And then I can get a, I think I just did 6 by 15. Let me just clear you out of there for a second. What I'm thinking is we just do a house. I think we just do this guy, or that one actually is what we'll go for. And we'll just do a field right next to it, as big as we can go, which is 6 by 14. And I think what we'll do with those is say that we'll do corn, and we'll do corn. And so now these are going to be 2 farmers and 2 farmers. We have 8 laborers. So let's go up to 36 farmers. We have this tunnel done as well. So we'll actually go down to 2 builders just to make sure that we have 7 laborers. And I want to say this space could be orchards. It is going to be pecans because I didn't really get anything from the traders. We could wait and a trader coming by. That is an option. I'm also wondering if I should do another school. I don't know. I don't know if I'm at the point where I want to do another school. I might be, but I think I'm going to wait on a trader. And there we go. We have one. Have you got anything that I want? You've got peach and plum seeds. That is kind of perfect. Here's what we're going to do. 625, and we are going to take the peach seeds. So that should be a trade that we can make. The plum seeds, I'm feeling like we can probably get our hands on those as well. So let's do both. We're going to have to restock with firewood, but we should absolutely be able to do that. We do only have 1 trader, but we're suddenly up to 16 laborers. So I'm not really too concerned about that. If anything, let's go to 2 traders just to make sure this gets filled a little bit quicker. We are eating away at our firewood. We're also a little bit low on food right now, down to 6,000. Has me a bit uncomfortable, but we knew that would happen. We knew that growing the population would have consequences. So that's totally okay. And there we go. 625 on you. Give me the 1 plum seed and trade and dismiss. So that's good. We're also up to 20 laborers right now. And also, I've decided I'm building some houses and a storage barn out here because that makes sense. So let's do peaches here is what we'll do. We'll do some plums up this way. This is going to need to be cleared. So let me just, you know what? Let me prioritize that field just so we can clear it out and get it going sooner than later. This tunnel being done is kind of a big deal. All of this coming together, I think it's going to look really cool. And we're a little bit low on farmers. We need 44 right now. I don't think we're going to be doing that. Let's bring you down to 2. Let's limit you to 2. We'll say 2 for here. And this one's probably going to need 3. Let's go up to the 42 farmers that we need right now. And then once this is clear, hopefully, I mean, this is a 15 by 15 orchard. It is a pretty big orchard. But again, I think we can get away with 2 people working it rather than just the 1 or rather than the 3 or 4 that it might request to work out here. So it's going to be looking for 3. It's going to get 2. And we'll say that means that we're going to be doing, did I do plums up here? I did. So we're doing plums here as well. And that's now 44 farmers. And that should be good. That should be a pretty good setup. This tunnel also needs a little bit of love. If anything, I think I'm going to prioritize that tunnel over the houses, assuming that they still need to be built down here, which, yep. I mean, 2 of them are being built, which is totally fine. But the, you know what, actually, let's go to 5 builders for now since we have so many laborers. And we'll, you know, hopefully get things done a little bit quicker. All of this construction here, like this, it still needs stone. Everything needs stone. If I really wanted to, and I'm tempted, I could increase the number of people working here to 20. Which really might not be a bad idea, because I think we really do need more stone. So we'll bring 20 people into there. We have 20 people working here. We have 20 people working here. Or sorry, 5 people working there. So we have 45 people working across the mines, which is totally okay. We have all of these people working the orchards. Oh, this is going to be so good. This is going to be good. This is going to be such a good setup. I'm so pleased about this. And there we go. We have another tunnel. We have these guys ready to be built. We have this house ready to be built as well. We have another merchant at the trading post. Have you got anything interesting for me? Cherry and pear seeds. Oh, I want both. I don't think I've ever actually done this in Banished, by the way. I don't think I've ever managed to get all of the different seeds and all of the different things before, and this feels good. This, like, after almost 10 years of playing this game, it feels like I finally learned how to play Banished. You know what I mean? It's been a long time coming, but we finally kind of figured it out. I'm also a little bit concerned about how low we're getting on firewood, so this will have to be our last trade for a little while. We're doing okay on logs. And I'm fairly convinced that we can probably max out firewood again. It's just that we have been eating away at it with these trades, and it was just winter as well, so we'll have to be careful is what we'll have to be. We don't want to get too complacent. We don't want to get too carried away. We don't want to get to, you know, get to a point where it's like, hey, you spent, oh, there's nomads coming in there. That's a lot. That's a lot of nomads. I don't know where they think they're going, but they're not going to be staying here. Let me tell you that right now. They don't think so. Sorry to tell them that. You know, I mean, how many? 30? No, get out of here. I really don't think so. Let me see, 625 and one of those. Make the trade and get you out of here. So that was cherries and pears that we have now, which is good. That's good. Oh, this space is coming together. I'm so pleased with this. This was such a good idea, turning this little valley into I'm patting myself in the back something serious today, but I like this a lot. I really like this space. We have stonecutters and vendors here. This barn can be filled with something or other. We got teachers and laborers here. This is good. I love it. I really do. We are now down below 6,000 food though. Last year's production was 25,000 last year, and we're still in a deficit. Oh, my soul. That hurts my soul. Man, we need more farms. we happen to need more farms is what we need. We might need to expand our farming a little bit. Good Lord. That is ridiculous. The good news is though, we have figured everything else out, right? So we have the tools, we have the clothes, we have the iron, we have the stone now that we're stopping building. We have the logs. We just need a bit more firewood, which might be a case of getting one more woodcutter. So we're maxing everything out. It is just food that has me a little concerned, and it is medicine that has me a little tiny bit concerned as well. But other than that, I think we're doing okay. Other than that, I'm pretty content. I'm pretty happy. We have some farmers out here, which is what we're looking for. We got some farmers here as well, and these will be new families too. So these guys can do their thing. We should have a really good supply of food for everywhere now, because we do have the extra vendors. So overall, I think we're in a good spot. So you probably knew where I was going with that while I was talking. We're going to go ahead and we're going to leave it there for today. I'm getting a little bit carried away. This episode has gone on a little bit too long, just a little bit, just a smidge longer than I said these episodes were going to be, but that's fine. That happens more often than I care to admit. If you do happen to be new around here, then welcome to the channel. This happens a lot. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. It has been an absolute pleasure as always. Oh, these are done as well. No, I'm not getting distracted. I'm not getting distracted. I'm not getting distracted. We're leaving it there for today. Thank you for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.